I tell you, the president's foreign policy, if you can call it a foreign policy, is becoming totally ludicrous.
That's right. What foreign policy are we talking about here?
I know.
Well, it's been the same everywhere. Central America, South Africa.
But the same,
South
there's
Africa
no
is
foreign
big.
policy.
Is the big
South
one.
Africa, he's blown his credibility on
But
South
you
Africa.
have not only your blacks and your white problem in South Africa, but you've got your colored. They call them colored. They're not black and they're not white,
But
they're
he's
not
aware.
Asian.
I mean, the president doesn't know, but they asked him how he felt about apartheid. He said, I think my barber does it on the right.
Well, but they have to resolve something, surely.
There's no resolution.
There's no resolving a
But
problem.
why does the United States have to have the moral position all the time on everything? Why
Well,
do
you know, we don't want to make the same mistake we made in Iran, you know?
In Iran, right, or Nicaragua?
Yeah, or Cuba.
Or Philadelphia.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, that's a great bottle of wine you got for today, Owen.
This bottle of wine, I just love its color. That's
Oh,
why.
yes, and rather pleasant aroma, too. Yes.
Pleasing to the palate?
What do you think there, Ron?
Does he have an opinion?
It's a bit pretentious.
Hey, how did you afford such a nice bottle of wine?
Well, since they've raised the drinking age to 21, it's quite easy.
You know, I hear Reagan's thinking about raising the thinking age to 25.
Yeah, and then they'll lower the voting age to 13.
That means you'll have another 12 years.
I'm telling you.
Please, Mitch Snyder is coming to lunch today.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys, here they come. Here they come.
Okay,
get it going.
Oh, boy, look at it coming.
I have to go to medical school. You got me.
I really enjoyed that State Department brunch.
Yeah, the problem with those State Department things, there's too many foreigners.
Yes, Muffy, but we just have to put up with them.
Oh, I mean, speak English. Oh, good Lord.
But Mr. Me says there are no starving people in America. You got $5 for a cup of coffee. Coffee doesn't cost $5.
So where's Cafe?
We gotta tip the door.
That's
lunch. Would you like some, dear?
there are ants on it. Maybe we should give them some money. Give them a quarter.
For the last time, Muffy, we are not Democrats.
Oh,
Hi, dear. Bye, dear. Hey, they're not going anywhere.
Distribute that to the homeless. She doesn't have a G-spot. She's got a golly G-spot.
I think it's terrible that 19 years old are either airheads like that or they got spikes in their hair and they're all punked out, doped out.
Can you imagine being 19 years old? You know, like I read the other day, I heard this, no hope, no joy, no fear, no future. You know?
Sounds like a rock song.
Giving up in life at 19, imagine that.
Can you imagine I waited till I was 40 for that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the wine we have for today on a Bumsky and Company. Join us next week when the topic will be the Democrats. Are they really there? We'll see you later. Hey, man, I think it's time we... I think it's time. When's Mitch due here? Yeah, I don't know.
He's coming over.
All right, we got...
I think I'm going to get some of this over here.
Here, you want to flambe it?
Man's an awfully clever squirt. Left the monkeys in the dirt. Fooled Mother Nature into giving him a front row seat. I said there ain't much competition for that walking, talking, thinking meat. But I heard the hunter ask the farmer, is this the best that we can be? No, 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 no. Hold on, Mother Nature. What's evolution done to me? I got my hopes tied to the branches while I'm chopping down the tree. Well, you see him in the street, walking so erect. Thinks he's really neat, and he doesn't suspect he's got those...
So how's business been lately, Bill?
Slow. We need more killer chicks around here.
Too bad. It's a good place to come.
Is this seat taken?
Why don't you and I go away someplace quiet together?
Hey, babe. Let's make this soldier boy's cannons fire.
Nice work, girls.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. America, is this the kind of parking nightmare you've been living recently? You go to park in that one last space, and some weasel in a foreign job steals the space from you. It's so frustrating.
Sorry, baby.
Yes, and even when you do find that last place, your car's just a little too big to fit in. It can drive you insane. Everywhere you look, they're telling you how to park, where to park, when to park. Yes, there are entrances and exits, times and dates, rules and regulations to drive you crazy, except at one place. A place invented by a man that Parking Lot magazine quite frankly calls a genius.
You know, genius, it's a relative term. Genius, that for me? Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know, you know, who's to say? My wife says I'm just ahead of my time, you know, and maybe that's it. Maybe if that's a genius, then, you know, like I say, it's up to you. You figure it.
Absolutely. Look, I'm a big guy. I need a big car. I used to spend days days looking for a space. And then I'd find one and have to squeeze her in real tight. How do you think I got all these dents and dings all over the place? Now I need a spot? Forget it. I hop over to Parkington, and brother, do I park. I pull her in, I pull her out, pull her in, I pull her out, drive around some more, I pull her back in, I back her back out. It's terrific. You know, I wished I thought of it. I know, Mike. I swear, the man's a genius.
Genius, it's a term I'm not comfortable with yet. You know, I think a genius is somebody who comes up with an idea, or it could be an idea, it could be a concept. It doesn't even have to be an individual. It could just be that. It could be an individual. It could be an individual, you know, with a concept. You know, just some guy with an idea and something that's good. You know, if it's Parkington, then you know maybe he's a genius. I don't know.
Used to go every year with the missus to Yellowstone Park. Huh. Some park couldn't even find a place to park. We got the same spot last year. No traffic, no mosquitoes, no bears. Just a nice piece of asphalt you can call your own. And a great big starry sky overhead.
Hey, you want Yellowstone? I got Yellowstone right here. Hey, look at this. The Grand Canyon. Disneyland. I even got one for the Netherlands and France. You can see Europe right here at Parkington.
So, these are plans for other facilities similar to Parkington, and we plan to make these installations up and down the East Coast, Maine to Florida. You want to park over here, you can park. You want to take that trip across the country. We move on into the great Midwestern plain states, and then we go all the way to California. I had one in San Francisco, but I figured, hey, fiscal 88, 89, San Francisco is going to be ocean by then, okay? So we moved that up to British Columbia and Canada, so it makes it international. Second facility scheduled to open in the fall, right over here, and we thought of calling it Parkington 2. I thought about it a little while, and I said, hey, double Parkington. That's genius.
Place to go.
Yes, Parkington, where there's always a space for you.
Say thank you, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Buster Lee. And as y'all know, this is Connie Lynn, my first cousin and third wife. We're going to do a little song for you that means so much to us at the holiday season.
Won't you cheat with me again now, Buster Lee?
Oh, darling. Christmas time comes but once a year, and I know I should be back home. My little boy up on my knee, singing him some old Christmas song. But here I am alone with you when I know where I should be. But I'll forget what day it is as long as you keep holding me. But cheating at Christmas, what would Jesus say? But the devil in your eyes tells me it's okay. But cheating at Christmas, don't you mind these tears? I'm just glad that Christmas time once a year. Now jingle bells, deck the halls used to be her favorite Christmas song. But I bet right now she's listening to Elvis sing Blue Christmas all night long. And here we are in this little bar, pretending it's some other day. I'll drink to you if you drink to me. Won't you kiss these tears away? I'm cheating at Christmas. What would Jesus say? But the devil in your eyes tells me it's okay. Cheating at Christmas, don't you mind these tears? I'm just glad that Christmas time comes but once a year. I'm just glad that Christmas time comes but once a year.
Oh, why, thank you now.
Oh, baby.
What do you get when you cross the world's ass-kickingest detective with the world's most famous opera star? When there's a crime against art, when there's a crime against nature, she's always there, and she's always Beverly Sills Cup. Yes, whether she's teaching a master class in breath control, or giving some dirtbag soprano lessons, or undercover on Avenue D.
afternoon. I was just wondering if perhaps we can exchange some sexual endearments for some remunerative recompense.
This is a bust.
I can see that. I certainly can see that. It's fairly evident that...
With Luciano Pavarotti as her famous sidekick, Lieutenant O'Hurley.
Gosh and begorra, that little lass is some blue coat.
Yes, if you like Dirty Harry, if you liked El Forte de Sestino, you're going to love Beverly Sills Cop, where only bad guys sing the blues. That's Beverly Sills Cop, rated PD-13, that's Prima Donna 13, at an opera house near you.
Thank you. Oh, I've spent a lot of days and nights in saloons on either side of the stage. And here's a philosophical song about something I've learned. Oh, I knew an old folk singer hired in an Irish bar, but he didn't know so many songs and he couldn't go too far. So he stayed awake all day one night and tried his best to guess what those semi-drunk illiterates were likely to request. Oh, when they come in, they want to sing about camaraderie. Then they get a little louder with the whiskey in their tea. Then they all get up to dance and trip each other on the floor till they manage to the bar, and there they want to sing some more. Then it gets a little sad, or else it's someone wearing green, or about some God-forsaken town where they all claim they've been. And when they drank up every drop, you'd think they'd sing no more. Somebody starts a bloody song, how he can't find the door. Oh, I don't know how the Irish came to write so many songs. They only got 3 melodies and they go on and on. I'd only just become to pick a jig out from a reel when I'd heard 'em all 100 times, and this is how I feel. Oh, Danny boy, where are you when your Mary needs you most? Off drinking in some stinking pub or sinking off some coast. It's not bad enough you're penniless, go off to war and die, but for everything you've ever done, there's 3 more verses. Why? Oh, you gotta love the Irish, they know how to sing a song. Why is it that the sucker's always 15 verses long? You gotta love the Irish 'cause St. Patrick saved their soul. Still, I wish the hell somebody'd go and teach 'em rock and roll.
Hello? Hi, Sue. How are you? What? Oh. Now we're going to have to get another 4th, and on such short notice, too. Honey?
Yes, dear.
Bob Fledd is dead.
Oh, drat.
Sue, I'll call you back.
I suppose this means there's a funeral and the weekend is shot.
Not necessarily, Mr. Monet, because we in the funeral biz are sensitive to the needs of today's on-the-go, self-involved professional. Now you can turn a spiritual downer into a creative networking party or a relaxing break from the hassles of life itself. That is when you inter your next loved one, business associate, or yes, even tennis partner, at Club Dead. Club Dead, the antidote for life. We've got it all at Club Dead, from the most modern Gestalt technicians for the rationalization of guilt, grief, and anxiety.
Better you than you, better me than you, better them than you.
To the relaxing wake of the whirlpool of sorrow.
You know, I used to hate it when a good friend died, but since Club Dead came along, I feel free to get close to all my single terminal friends. Club Dead makes it okay to be alive.
And they help you to remember that the first 3 letters in funeral spell fun. And the service was so moving, so comforting. I don't want to sound corny, but it was practically relevant.
Hey, Bernie, what's this stiff's name? Sled, Bob Sled. Huh? While I never got to meet the deceased or any of his family, I did get to read a very impressive resume. And I can say that here was a man about to reach the peak of his income potential. What a guy. Popular man, so popular he was involved in several paternity suits. And clever enough never to be convicted. I can see his tombstone now. He loved not well, but often. Yeah, we'd have loved to have him here, right here, at Club Dead. This is the kind of guy we could have used. Anyway, I'm sure we could have significantly improved his benefits package and done a few other things for the guy, maybe. However, he's gone, and we'll all miss him. So long, Bob. Miss you, Bob.
You can charge Club Dead on Visa or MasterCard, American Express. Club Dead, the antidote to life.
We're gonna miss. He's not gonna be here.
It's just like Colin to show up a minute before airtime.
It's the kind of day it is, huh? Central Casting got us somebody anyway. They said handle any situation.
Should we tell Colin?
We got it. No, let's not tell him. Let's let him stew about this.
Great.
Where is it?
30
Here
seconds,
he
dear.
is. Great. Hey, come on. Here's the star. Hey, great day for you. Wife beating here today.
Wife beating.
Wife beating.
Great topic, Bernie.
Yes,
I
sir.
love it. My money.
Have fun with it.
Good evening and welcome to Inside Story. Inside Story, where each week we examine the smarmy underside of American life. This week, my guest is Gloria, and the topic is wife beating. Gloria, not her real name, has had her physical and vocal characteristics altered so that we may protect her privacy. And Gloria is the victim of wife beating. Gloria, if I'm to believe this, you were beaten 5 to 7 times a week?
Yes, I was beaten with regularity, yes.
And your first husband, did your first husband beat you?
Oh, Slime? No, he was a loser. He didn't ever beat me or anyone else.
You called him the Slime?
Well, for want of anything else. His name is insignificant. I always thought of him as Slime, you know, a real loser.
Attractive. How did this marriage end?
Well, he went out for cigarettes one night, and that's the last I ever saw him. You know, it was kind of good riddance. I'm glad he didn't come back.
Okay, I must have switched brands. And your second husband, how did you meet him?
Well, you know how it is when you're young. We were out playing around, fun and games. You know, you run into somebody. He was all right.
And it says here you were married within a month.
Yeah, it was real whirlwind. It happened in a hurry. You know, the kind of guy, one of those, the chemical thing happened, you know, and up.
And when did the beatings begin?
Oh, even before we were married. I mean, this guy trounced me. He whipped me. I'm telling you, this guy was something else.
How did this make you feel?
One way or the other. What can I tell you? The guy, that's the way he was. You know, that's the way it was.
You must have loved him very much.
Yeah, I kind of, I got a kick out of the guy, yeah.
But this constant beating, how did the children react to this?
Well, he beat them. He beat them with regularity, too.
Children? He beat children?
Oh, yeah, he beat the kids. He beat me. Sure.
A monster. And he's beating you, the children. You're in a suburban neighborhood. Didn't the neighbors, or how did they react?
Well, he beat them, too. He beat the neighbors. He beat the kids, beat me, beat us all.
It must have been an extremely large gentleman.
No, he was kind of average size, fairly good shape, you know, but he was a regular guy, you know. Nothing too special about him, I guess. But he was a winner.
So a whole neighborhood, didn't someone think to call the police?
No, I don't see why. I mean, you know, he never cheated. He didn't do anything wrong there. You know.
Well, he never cheated on you, but he beat an entire neighborhood.
Well, what do you suppose? The guy was a winner. You know, this is one of those guys. I mean, he beat us at checkers and chess, Chinese checkers. He beat us at badminton. He beat us at almost any game you could name.
He beat you at At games?
Oh, yeah, right. Even games that haven't been invented yet. I mean, this guy was a winner. I mean,
I'm afraid
just
that's
one of those
all
guys.
the time
He'd get
we
a couple
have
of runs
tonight
ahead,
for
a couple of
Inside
points,
Story.
you know, and he
Join us next week when our guest will be Sister Robert Mitchum, America's first black lesbian nun. For Inside Story, I am Colin McCullen. Thank you. Good night. Bernie, what are you doing to me? This is a wife? Beautiful. My name is Mud. Bernie, that's it.
You can't be a winner all the time. You know, the guy should give in one time or another. What can I tell you? Well, I don't know either. The guy, I can't talk to him anymore. He's gone. He wants to hear about my husband sitting on his way out.
So how'd you girls do this week?
It's not pretty being easy.
Yeah, I know all about that. I tell you.
Meek, I know a lot of people in Casablanca and they all hate my act, but because you hate it the most, somehow I trust you. Please give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes on stage, that's all I have.
Sorry, you Gotti. No one goes on stage but me.
I hope you will respect me in the morning.
Got a friend of yours or what? I don't know. I'm telling you. You can't remember jokes. More coke is just more coke. You bomb in your own eyes. An audience of deaf wise guys as your set dies. And when you're on a roll, your best lines all get stole. They give you alibis. The manager just burned your contract as your set dies. It was another Sunday night, another open mic. The usual crowd, the clever and the clumsy, the whimsical and the inane. Some would leave here happy, others would be happy just to leave. But of all the joke joints in all the towns of all the world, I knew she'd never have the guts to come back here, not here, to Rick's in Casablanca.
Wrong again, Atari Brains.
No, not here where she left me standing alone on stage with a monologue that almost got me lynched.
Trust me, Rick.
She said,
whatever happens, I'm laughing at you.
Yes, and maybe she did chuckle to herself as she boarded that Greyhound for Columbus, armed with my .38 special and the best set of gag lines I ever wrote.
So how am I supposed to know that his knock-knock jukes are in my suitcase?
Yeah, but I was just a kid then, you know? She couldn't do that to me now. It's a different time. I'm not that kind of...
Is, jerk the word you're looking for? Hi there. Tall, pale, and, easy to fool.
You're back.
My front.
I know, you're back to beg and plead, back because you're aching with guilt you can't carry around inside you any longer.
No, I just wanted to see if you're, funny yet. How's he doing, folks?
Yeah, she clipped me with every straight line I threw at her like a coked-out linebacker at the Comedy Super Bowl. The look in her eye said she was getting ready to sack the quarterback.
So, how do I look?
Up from the gutter, I would guess.
Rick, you know I came back because you're an all-right guy, a pal. Well, I knew that when the going got rough and the clock was running out, you could always be counted on.
Me?
Yes, you.
Really?
Victor Laughslow will die in Rick's Comedy Cafe. If he doesn't get on, you're the only one who can help him. And besides, if you do, I'll,
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, and we've got some ado to do here in a minute, but without further ado, I'd like to bring up a man who believes that wisdom and age are wasted on the old. Mr. Victor Laszlo.
This sketch is closed captioned for the comedy impaired.
Hey, you know what? I just had a birthday, and I want to tell you, it's rough getting old. You know, a while back, I used to have a little black book filled with girls' names. Now I got a thing filled with doctors' names.
You see, they used to have girls' names in it, and now it's doctors' names.
I got distinguished friends. You know, they all got letters after them. Some guys are PhD, some guys MD, DDS. Well, Victor Laszlo just picked up a little group of letters for the back of his name. DWI.
Driving while intoxicated. You get it? Like MD, medical doctor, driving while intoxicated.
Yeah, you know what you discover with age? You discover gravity. Like everything that used to be up here, you know, it starts coming down.
Gravity, all the droops, the plumbing goes, everything goes. You get it?
And you know, you find that your knees buckle, but your belt don't. You know what I mean?
Because he's too fat, he's getting old, he's getting fat. Wait a minute.
Not only that, but everything hurts. I mean, everything hurts. And what don't hurt, don't work.
Because it don't work, he's too old. Come on, catch on.
I mean, you feel like it's the morning after all the time, and it's still the night before, you know?
It's the same day. Come on, what?
You know, my wife's getting old, too. I figured her hearing was going. I'm walking behind her in the yard, see? So I give her one of these. I said, can you hear me? Nothing. A couple of seconds. Can you hear me? Nothing. I go right behind her. I said, can you hear me? And she said, for the third time, yes!
You see, she could hear him, but he could not hear her. He's the one who's dead. Come on, catch on. It's a good joke. It's an easy joke.
It's all right, Louis. Louis, I have a feeling this is the beginning of a very funny friendship.
Man's an awfully clever squirt. Left the monkey in the dirt. Fooled Mother Nature into giving him a front row seat. I said there ain't much competition for that walking dog.